Salutations and greetings. My name is Marge. Welcome to my tube. Thanks for stopping through. Time is valuable. I always giggle when I say that because it's so not real. So it's a mockery. It's kind of what I do. Kind of too much. Some can relate. Anyway, got some notes. Super excited about this. I'm gonna call this Ode to the Season, Inner-Dependance Day. Yep. Because I don't really like Dependence Day. No. I don't like fireworks. I don't like explosions. For conditions of war, murder, killing. I got a hint. I figured some stuff out yesterday. I was given some knowledge. I was baffled by the last time they bombed Syria. It just to my core was like, dude, he totally zigged when I thought he was zagging. I'm sure I mentioned it in a video, but I was really upset about that. As so many were, and they should be, because we're all just part of the human race, slowed to a stroll. I explain that if you go to the About page of my page, what I'm about, if you'd like to see. I'm a spectrometer. I read vibrations, climates, patterns. I collect data. We're all human computers. Some people just looked at different stuff than I do. So my knowledge was, there's so much joy and excitement in me about the awareness that people are coming into with the CBD cannabis medicine. It's enabled me, and without going into too much, also talk about in other videos, to remove myself from all pharmaceutical, that's pale-faced poison. Yep, white man, lighter skin. See, and if you want to use those words against me, try this. This is where my heart space is from. We're all just shades of the same color spectrum. It matters more if you vibe low or go high. If you win it to win it, you vibe low. If you are more about money, profits, property, prestige, you're all about the greed. Spiritual beings that live in higher knowings have no concern about that shit. Ask them. Most have been so celibate, they don't even freaking care about the orgasm. So what do you think money matters to them? So it's kind of telling when people are driven by power and force. That whole climate, which brings me to my point. You see, our only reason for a military presence there is because Uncle Sam, see, he got old too, and now he's senile. He needs Viagra. He's mad about it. He's getting close to the end of his life. He's collected all this terrible karma, and now it's coming back to him. Through his children and the people that are running this country now. They're getting what they deserve for doing all of the atrocities and intervening and interjecting that lower vibration into a nation that didn't have it before you got here. So it's coming back full circle. So when I come to find out, I was like, why are they so... And they're just like, you know, they know marijuana support for anything. And then all of a sudden it's, oh wait, the soldiers are reporting, they're coming back and disclosing. We're over there to grow marijuana. Our government is over there to grow marijuana now. So they can come in and squash the little man, just like that they've always done. For profit. Yeah. Yep. That's why we bomb Syria. For marijuana crops. And the little weed man, it's so funny. Here's a synchronicity. Addict. Gotta call my weed man, because it's medicine. It opens your mind. It makes you not want war of any fucking kind. So anyway, in the spirit of Independence Day, I'll move on. It was recommended to me to watch I haven't watched a cartoon in a long time. Looks weird. A 44-year-old woman goes to movies to watch a cartoon by herself because society has deemed that the abnorm. Maybe that one day will change again. Or I'll find a group of friends, my own same freak tribe, that all just go watch a movie. Hopefully it could be outside. Anyway, Batman Lego movie. Oh my god, I do Easter eggs. And because I do them, I know they exist, and I've always kept track. I always look in the outskirts, in the backdrop. That's how we know who people are, they tell us. It's pretty easy. So, start watching this. My friend was on the other end of the nation on a different medium. That one I cannot do. But I took my medicine and started to peek review. That was terrible. Anyway, so the Batman logo movie, DC Comics. You see, I talked before about how I believe that Greek myth are historical, actual accounts of events that have happened in history, because there is no beginning to end of the timeline ever, and there's so many timelines. So anyway, and I went through today and spent some time collecting some data, and if you go to my Instagram page, Third Eye Activated, it's connected here. If you go to my home, there's a little tab in the window, or go to Instagram, whatever you want. But I took a picture, and it says, I'll just read it real quick, because it's right here, in case you're lazy like me and don't want to go follow through sometimes. It says, have an ice family vacation. Arctic tours now available. Ferris Air. Oop, you can't see it. I'm not shit. It's not worth it to adjust the lighting to get people to see it. So, you know, I listen to my gut, and it usually leads away from me, a trail, a path of knowing of things I need to see. So I'm like, Ferris Air, Ferris Air. So I Google it. Now DC, they make a very, very... The more detail people add, the more they want you to know. And they make a very, very... They put a lot of effort into their backstory. So try and check out their backstory sometime. I did for just Ferris Air. And here's some of the correlations that I found out. So Ferris Air, in the story, in the autobiography, little tidbits. If you like the storyline Green Lantern, that one is how that one came to be. It's a top aviation corporation in the United States working on. I mean, I'll put the links in the backstory, and if you want to check them out, it's freaking worth a read. Anyway, so the main characters, Carl and Conrad, were friends since high school or childhood, right? And they're in the movie. They're the ones that fly the plane. We've been best friends since high school or since kids, childhood, right? They even say that. Well, and then it goes on. And I was like, Blotch, that looks familiar to me. That kind of looks like Croc to me. Croc. Like the Kroc brothers, C-R-O-C. In my mind, that's what the correlation, that's what the reminiscence was. So I started reading about Ray Kroc. This is how it goes for me. Now, Ray Kroc, it wasn't necessarily... I don't know how I gotta turn this freaking. I can't do music today because I gotta focus. This is pretty wild. Okay, so I should probably elaborate a little bit more on the Ferris deal. So, to skip down, Ferris Aircraft is one of the companies providing sponsorship to the superhero team, the Conglomerate. The other sponsors include American Steel, Dante Foods, Dupree Chemical. Now, in I think it was, 54? He joined the McDonald's Corporation. Kroc did, Sr. Now, also, in the storyline, this is just backstory. This is just, what? Huh? Of a cartoon. The two two pilots, they started this company, the ones that were best friends since childhood. One went left and one went right. One vibed high and the other didn't. Farris was constantly working, the one that vibed high, building up the business, while Block played around, seeing many women and drinking. Well, Kroc, this is so fucking hilarious to me, dude. In 1980, entered rehab for alcohol issues after a stroke. Weird, isn't it? Correlation. He also had 2 sons. One had trouble with alcohol, too. Yeah. So, and then I went to the autobiographical. I'm like, because I can't be the only one. There's probably a secret society, and I am probably going to have. I don't know what is supposed to be disclosed. I just talk about everything. I just don't know. I don't mean no harm. I just don't know. So I look in autobiographical autobiographical, and those people that have worked for DC, that have written autobiographical, but they don't disclose any of these storylines as autobiographical. The last point I want to make, oh shit, I'm going long and I don't want to. The last point I want to make today is, I got to recommend somebody yesterday about this, the Green Lantern story. I'll end up on this. Because he also had his hand in power. See, power equates to money. People, either you get your power from inside in your belief in yourself, or you have to get it from outside with money, property, prestige, and whoever you carry on your arm. Outside stuff, external things. He also profited a great deal. The funny, or actually this is between Farris and let's see, the alien peace officer named Abin Sur of the Green Lantern Corps crash lands in the middle of the California desert, close to Ferris Aircraft. As he lay dying, he commands his power ring to seek out a worthy successor. Test pilot Hal Jordan is examining a flight simulator. Blah, 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 I don't care about that. He tells Hal that the power of the ring selected him to take on the role of the Green Lantern. He agrees, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so here comes the power source, right? Now, if you want to know a fun storyline that you can go take yourself down to, check out the Battle of Los Angeles. I've recommended people before the Battle of Los Angeles. And see how the power source comes into play for that. I hear it's held in New Mexico. Roswell. So weird. Power for everyone. It should be free. Anyway, I think that's all I got for today. Thanks for spending some time with me. Check out that movie if you want. I recommend it. It was passed over from a friend. Have a rad day. Peace.